when they told me I didn't have the experience that they needed. Did I? I gave them my resume before I went in. What do you mean you didn't?
So no one has a job. And I see everybody on TikTok being like, oh, I did all this and I still didn't get accepted. So I'm going to just tell you all the jobs that I applied for and didn't get accepted to. McDonald's, Burger King, IHOP, Denny's, Red Lobster, Denny's again, IHOP again, GameStop of all places, friggin' Dave & Buster's, nah. Kroger, no. Wawa, Speedway, nope. Quick Check, nope. Pokeball, no. That surprised me. Starbucks, no, but I get that one. You know, this next one might seem like a joke and you might laugh at this, or you might just stare at your screen for a little bit longer than you should, but OnlyFans and Fansly, nope and nope. No, I'm not elaborating any further than that. Oh, also Cheesecake Factory as either a server, a busser, or a front desk person that greets people. No, and no.
So let me know if this makes sense. So I applied for this position online for this specific company, and a recruiter reached out to me, and the recruiter said, hey, we want to schedule a first round interview. When are you available? Gave them my available times, right? After I gave them my available times, they scheduled an interview for me and I was ready to go. It was a virtual interview, so I made sure I looked presentable. I had a suit on. I was 5 minutes early. Everything was running smoothly. And then the interviewers came into the room. But while we were in the Zoom room, the hiring team who was interviewing me, their audio was not working, like at all. So we were in the Zoom room on the Zoom chat trying to figure out if it was me, if it was them, and it was ultimately them. Their audio was not working. So we were troubleshooting this for about 10 minutes, and then the interviewer said, you know what? We're just going to reschedule for another day. And I was just like, dude, are you serious right now? Like, come on, bro. So I had reached out to the person who assisted with scheduling the initial interview with the hiring team, and I told them, hey, we want to reschedule this interview because of technical difficulties. And what do you know? Crickets. I did not hear back from that person who helped me schedule that initial interview. And then a week later, I get an email from that company saying, thank you for your consideration. We're not going to move forward with your application. And I was just like, are you kidding me, bro? But this company basically wasted my time and dubbed me because they had audio issues and weren't willing to reschedule another interview. Like, this is the job market that we're living in today, and it's just absurd to me, bro.
I have no self-esteem anymore. Like, none. This last year and a half that I've been out of college looking for a job has been the most soul-crushing experience of my entire life. And I'm not even being dramatic. Like, genuinely, I don't know what to do anymore. I guess the alternative is give up. And I can't give up. But my God, it is hard to keep going. I was supposed to have a job interview on Monday. You think I got to do the interview? You think they called me like they said they would? They didn't. So now I'm back to square one after seeing one little teeny tiny glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. Spending way too much time on LinkedIn. The most used app on my phone is literally LinkedIn now, along with all the other job sites. Customizing my resume for every single job that I apply to, writing cover letters for every single job I apply to, making sure my LinkedIn is optimized, trying to connect with everybody that I can at every company that I apply to, trying to network, trying to reach out to people, and it just seems like no one is willing to help you anymore. I think part of that is because so many of us are in the same boat. Like, so many people are looking for a job right now. And so it's like recruiters and hiring managers, they are probably just like inundated with people trying to get their attention, trying to get a job. And before somebody comes to my comments, I know that nobody's obligated to give me the time of day. Nobody's obligated to talk to me. Nobody's obligated to hire me. Nobody's obligated to pay attention to me. I understand that. It doesn't make it less frustrating when I feel like I'm doing literally everything I can do and I'm getting nowhere. And it's genuinely like demoralizing. Like, it's soul crushing. I just want a job so that I can like start my life and actually get up and do something.
So I just did an interview, and the person interviewing me told me that there were 600 applicants. And out of the 600 applicants, they only selected 8 resumes. And one of those resumes was mine. So wish me luck that I was better than 7 other candidates.
No, because why is it so hard to get a job? Like, I've applied for like over 100 plus places on Indeed. And nobody's gotten back to me. And all the places that are saying that they're hiring aren't, nobody takes paper applications. And it's like, I had applied for Taco Bell, and I called them and I was like, hey, when can I come in for my interview? The manager was talking about, you can come in now. And I was like, okay. So I go in for my interview, and I think it's going so well, but like, when I leave, like, I don't get a call back for like a week. So I go in there and I'm like, hey, can I talk to your guys' like hiring manager? And she said she ain't get my application. She ain't even know I got interviewed, and she already hired 6 people.
I could talk about this now because I've gotten past it, but the job market has been trash, and it's been trash every single time I've needed to look for a job. It took me 6 months to find the current job that I'm at. And what's crazy about that, it's not in any of the 2 degrees that I have, and I had no experience prior to what I'm doing now. But what was so frustrating during those 6 months of applying was the fact that I had the degrees, I had the experience, and I was qualified. And these jobs did not want to pay, first and foremost. And second of all, it's like all my credentials didn't matter. Or they were like ghost posting. So like jobs posting that they're hiring, but they're really not. But they just have the posting out there. And overall, it was just really frustrating. Last time I was applying for jobs, it took a little bit longer, but still at least like 6 months before I found anything. And back then I had like no experience. And even still, with the experience I have now, 2 degrees, experience in both of the fields.
If anyone's looking for an update on the current state of the job market, do I have a social interaction to share with all of you?
Bro, the job market's cooked. Nigga, the economy's cooked. Everything fried. I don't find a job within 30 days. I swear to God, I'm going to jail.
It's the hardest time ever to get a job. And don't get me started on the entry-level jobs. Wanting all the damn experience in the world.
I applied for a biology job. After I got done applying, I scrolled all the way to the bottom. They paid $12. $12 to work in a lab. Another job paid $13, and it was in downtown.
I don't get how there are people out there that say like nobody wants to work, yet there are people like me who graduated almost 2 years ago and have submitted over 1,500 job applications. And I still don't have a job. I've been doing like side work and social media and stuff to pay the bills. But if it wasn't for that, I'd be homeless. I'd probably be homeless, completely broke. But 1,500 job applications, and I've gotten maybe 20 or so interviews, I guess. I've been to the second round a whopping 5 times. 5 times in 1,500 job applications. Or 1,200. I don't even know. I stopped counting after 1,000. But in 2025, I'm boggled that anyone is getting a job in this market, and people are still saying that nobody wants to work. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a master's degree and I can't even get a job. College is a complete scam. Do not go. Save yourself the money.
On everything I love, on everything, on the man above, bro. I swear to God, if I end up on the news because I done crashed out because I am sick and tired of sitting in this fucking house applying to 100 different thousand jobs, applying to 10 to 20 jobs a day, ain't hearing back from no jobs, bro. Motherfuckers sitting up here acting like they hiring, nobody like getting back, no nothing, bro. Y'all gonna really see me on the news, and I'm so serious. Like, it's 30 days, bro. I don't get no job within 30 days, and to be applying for all these different jobs, I am going to be on the news, bro, because I'm going to go commit a crime to make me some money. I swear to you, bro. I've been unemployed for a fucking year. A fucking year. You got motherfuckers, oh, you're not trying this, and that, It's like, do you want me to screenshot every single application I didn't apply for? Like, what the fuck do I need to lie for? Who the fuck want to sit around with no money? Like, I am getting irritated with every fucking body. Because it's always this. Motherfuckers will nag you this to that, but won't help. Tell somebody that you know that got something going on. Oh, you put them out, like something. Like, goddamn, like, refer a motherfucker, like something, like, cause soon as I end up on the news with my mugshot, y'all gonna be like, damn, what the fuck, oh, he was serious. I'm dead ass serious, bro. I don't find a job within 30 days, I swear to God, I'm going to jail. I'm going to be in jail, bro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, bro.
Done trying to do this shit the legal way, bro. This shit is not working.
According to Glassdoor, only 2% of candidates are getting an interview after they've applied for a job, which means that the remaining are not getting a callback or they're getting ghosted. All that time that they're spending filling out applications, and honestly, it probably feels like a full-time job to them. They're applying, and not hearing anything back. Let's be clear, the person that's unemployed is not seeing this as a vacation, okay? They're seeing this as something that's demoralizing them. It's something that's a financial burden. They're mentally exhausted. And the issue is not lack of talent, no matter what these companies want to say. There's people that are ready to work, experienced enough to work in that field, yet they're not even getting an interview. The issue is the company's not respecting the candidate's time, let alone the candidate, period. And the candidate's sitting there just waiting to get an auto-generated email 6 months plus later just to tell them that they didn't get the position, which they already knew after they didn't hear back after a few weeks. They're probably getting this email after they've already found another job, okay? It's absolutely ridiculous. And HR managers, companies in general, they just need to do better. This should not be happening.
It's 2025, and somehow finding a job feels like playing a game you were never meant to win. You apply to hundreds of positions, tailor your resume, write the perfect cover letter, only to get ghosted or hit with rejection after rejection. And if you do land an interview, you're competing with 200 other people for one role that barely pays enough to live. It's not just frustrating, it's exhausting, it's discouraging. And for a lot of people, it's starting to feel personal. But here's the truth. You're not alone. So many people are quietly struggling to find work right now, even though no one wants to talk about it. That's why this video exists, to put a voice to what so many are going through. These are real stories from real people who are tired of being told they're not trying hard enough in a system that just isn't working. Every clip you're about to see, it's someone doing everything they're supposed to and still getting nowhere. And if any of this sounds familiar, just know you're not the only one.
Hello world, I just wanted to update you and say that I have applied to now 200 jobs, 210 to be exact. I remember when I first hit 100 jobs, I was like, okay, like this must be it. Like I must be, getting some interview offers, job offers sometime soon. That was not the case. Now, 100 more later, that is still not the case. But I feel like at around the 150 mark, I finally understood how to apply for jobs. As in, I was looking to apply to jobs that I literally would never have gotten in my wildest dreams. So now I've been applying to more entry-level paralegal jobs rather than minimum 2 years, minimum 5 years experience required, because I only have 1 year of experience. So hopefully this yields more positive results for me. Everybody on TikTok is so alarmist and they're so cynical, so pessimistic, because every time I say how much I'm gonna be paid at a particular job, like let's say 60,000, they're like, oh, like you're not gonna be able to survive on that in California. And I just feel like that's not true. So I've been ChatGPTing a lot of the figures about okay, so, what's my monthly take-home pay? That's, after taxes. Now, subtract my rent. I'm thinking about renting some place that's, $1,000 a month, and you might be like, oh, that's literally not it is possible, okay? I've been on Zillow, I've seen there are places. Are they the best places? Not necessarily, but they exist. And then I asked them to take into account my grocery, my gas, my utilities. After all that, I literally still have money left over to, save. One thing I've been slacking on though is networking. I haven't networked enough. So I think I'm gonna go on to basically the school I go to. We have a very specific page where you can connect with people that went to your school. I'm gonna go ahead and search up literally any and all attorneys that I can find, and ask them about their experiences and just kind of subtly, ask them about maybe do they know anybody who's hiring, could help out, could be a referral. Anyways, thank you for listening to my update. I will obviously give you more news when I have it.